downs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going for it. It's Smith. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Play clock winding down. On first down, it's Palmer. And incomplete to open things up. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
And he motions the wide receiver. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. The starters defensively for the Kansas City Chiefs and this crew, they held on to win against New Orleans, and they had to hold on because the Saints, they had a flurry of offense there in the end, but bottom line, they got the W.
And you know you're going to get that if you're playing New Orleans. They're going to come at you so aggressively with their offense, you've got to make plays. How about Eric Berry with the big play? Ended up tipping the ball that turned into a pick-6 for Daniel Sorensen. Ron Parker punching a ball free against Mark Ingram with about, 8.5 to go in the game. They helped them preserve an excellent victory.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Palmer. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. Now 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll run it with West. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Ten yards to go on third. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Just beating the play clock, Smith. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to go for it. It's Smith being chased out left. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 37 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Golden from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gut on 3rd down, Smith eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Santos yanks that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Dontari Poe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. And the wideout in motion. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a KC first down.
And there's a completion of Travis Kelsey. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player, and that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jeremy Maclin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, You've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Trying to shake off the Palmer's hit. Fumble. He loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. On second down, here's Palmer. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's brought down after a good game. That one goes for 24 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Make it now 3 straight games for Johnson over 100 yards after his 113-yard performance in Week 7 and 146 rushing attempts. Workhorse.
I think there are some people that might be concerned with that volume because when you look at what David Johnson's doing, in fact, one of our colleagues said it feels like he gets the ball in every play with Arizona right now, whether it's in the run game or the pass game, but College Football Hall of Fame coach who gently used to say all the time, you know, the ball's really not that heavy. Keep giving it to him.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. Let's deep. Regular. Deep.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that'll be good for an Arizona 1st down. Now Palmer on 1st down. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Let's go.
On second down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
It's Floyd on the right. Now, Floyd's a guy the Cardinals want to get back on track. He's been in a bit of a funk this year. And against Seattle, 5 catches for 65 yards, and that was tying a season high.
Not only do they want him back on track, they need him back on track. Remember, Jerron Brown got hurt against Seattle. Looks like he's gone for the season. So they need Michael Floyd to really step up and assume the role that they thought he would fill.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, They were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They've done a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Get ready. 1, 18.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down and 4.
Sally 19. Here we go.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going with their tight end on 4th. 6 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, when your kicking game's struggling like theirs is, it makes it a much easier decision to go for it on 4th down. And it's going to work out for them here as they're able to pick up the first.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go.
Palmer's going to keep it on the sneak. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Okay.
Hindsight's. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Get ready. 1, 18.
Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And it is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals' offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And
looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Charkandrick West, 44 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs